This is News 3 Now at 5.
Thanks for staying with us. We are anticipating some big news from the governor tonight. We'll get to that shortly. But first, it is an alert day for severe weather in our area. Let's go straight to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti. He has our first warn forecast. Gary.
Well, Eric, some good news. The storms already have raced to the east into the Milwaukee area, and the National Weather Service is in the process of canceling the tornado watch. Right now, severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect until 5:15 for southeastern portions of Jefferson County, but the bulk of the severe weather now into the Milwaukee area and far southeastern Wisconsin and moving away from us. You can see just how rapidly these storms have raced to the northeast, bringing some wind damage across parts of Rock County as the storms have passed. But you can see from Madison on toward the west, things have really settled down. There have been some severe weather reports, mainly across Rock and Walworth County in the form of wind damage. But yes, the tornado watch has now been canceled for our entire viewing area. Still remains in effect for far southeastern Wisconsin and the Chicago area, but that'll be canceled as the storms move out into Lake Michigan. High temperatures reached the mid-60s in Madison, lower 70s in Janesville, but stayed in the 40s to the north and west. And look at the temperature contrast now. Kenosha is still at 73, where the storms are just reaching. To the north and west, temperatures already in the 30s out by La Crosse. And winds are starting to pick up. We're seeing some wind gusts in the 35 to 40-mile-per-hour range down toward the Illinois state line. Wind advisories are in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for Dane County and areas to the east. By tomorrow morning, the rain will be over. In fact, skies will be turning partly cloudy. Look for a low temperature of around 30. Tomorrow's high a little bit colder at 45, but at least we'll have bright sunshine. I'll take a look at what the storms are doing for the rest of the evening in just a few minutes.
Gary, thank you. We are nearing another record for single-day COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin right now. 6,427 new cases, just below the record set a week ago of 6,461. There have been 65 new deaths, almost 300 new hospitalizations. 7-day average positivity rate continues to increase, now a whopping 36%. And tonight, the governor plans to hold a statewide address regarding the pandemic. His speech scheduled for 6:05 p.m. We will carry it live on News 3 Now at 6 and at channel3000.com. An email from the governor's staff indicates he'll talk about the need for unity as we fight COVID-19, how many deaths we could see this year, and the impact on our economy. We have team coverage ahead of that announcement. Maddie O'Neill with a live update on local testing efforts. But first, Naomi Coles is breaking down what power the governor does and does not have when it comes to responding to the pandemic. Naomi?
Eric, there have obviously been many legal challenges to the governor's pandemic-related orders this year. They center on a couple key points. The first, orders versus a rule process. Go back to May when the state Supreme Court overturned the Safer at Home order. They effectively told Evers that the DHS doesn't have the authority to issue orders. Instead, they wanted his office to use the rulemaking process for statewide measures. But that process means a Republican-led committee can reject them. Evers has been clear he doesn't want that. That ruling was relevant to a lawsuit decided by the Court of Appeals just last week, rejecting the health department's order limiting indoor gatherings. There's another lawsuit, though, that could have the biggest impact on any new orders tonight. That case goes in front of the state Supreme Court on Monday. It challenges the governor's legal authority to issue more than one public health emergency at all for the same pandemic.
The question remains whether or not the state Supreme Court will decide that this is all part of one emergency and therefore the 60-day window is expired. If not, then the question is, will the governor go through the emergency rulemaking process?
So effectively, that case could decide whether the governor can keep issuing public health emergencies during the pandemic. And of course, the big question mark tonight is, will we see a new order? But a reminder, as this unfolds in the government branches, COVID-19 continues to spike throughout our communities. Madeline O'Neill is live at the Alliant Energy Center, where there is once again a long wait to get tested for COVID-19.
Well, definitely another busy Tuesday here at the Alliant Energy Center. You can still see plenty of cars behind me here. Actually, about an hour ago, Public Health Madison and Dane County closed the gate to new arrivals because of the weather, saying they'll attempt to test as many people still in line as possible. Now, we know Tuesdays are the first day of the week that this testing site is open after being closed Sundays and Mondays, and Tuesdays are when we've seen these significant waits for the past about 5 weeks since public health officials took over for the National Guard. Public Health is still advising if you can avoid getting tested on Tuesdays, you should, saying the past few Tuesdays there has been a line before they even opened for the day, starting at noon. Now, the wait time was up to 4 hours at some point earlier this afternoon. Again, this testing is recommended for people who have had close contact with someone who has COVID, people who have symptoms, or people who have regular exposure to a lot of people or high-risk populations. Now, usually this is open until 8 o'clock tonight, but but in the past few weeks, we've seen them close early on occasion because of the amount of people here. We'll have an update again tonight at 6.
All right, Maddie O'Neill live at the Alliant Energy Center tonight. Maddie, thank you very much. Our thanks to Naomi as well. UW-Madison officials plan to increase the frequency of COVID-19 tests for some dorm residents. Students living in Whitty and Celery halls will be tested. It's an effort to reduce the spread to other residence halls, but officials did not say how frequently those tests would happen. Both Whitty and Celery residents were required to quarantine, you'll recall, at the start of the semester. A spokesperson says although their positivity rate is lower than the surrounding community, the campus is still seeing an increase. According to the university's online dashboard, there are 25 new cases confirmed today, 23 students, 2 employees. The 7-day average positivity rate, 2.8%. 65 students are in on-campus isolation, 48 are in housing quarantine. President-elect Joe Biden continues to lay out plans for his upcoming administration despite the ongoing challenges from President Trump and his supporters over the election results. As the U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments on the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act today, Joe Biden is discussing ramping up health care protections. On Capitol Hill, Vice President Pence attended a closed meeting with Senate Republicans where lawmakers expressed support for President Trump's challenges to the election results.
Until the Electoral College votes, anyone who's running for office can exhaust concerns.
Now, the president continues to make unsubstantiated claims of voter fraud and ballot counting abuse. Senior administration officials tell CBS News there are still no plans to consider inviting Biden to the White House until after all legal options are exhausted. Tomorrow afternoon, officials with the Sauk County Sheriff's Office plan to share an update on an investigation into the homicide at Devil's Lake. The body of 24-year-old John Craig Schmutzer was found along the Grottos Trail in the park nearly a month ago. That was October 14th. The press conference scheduled for 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It'll be at the Sauk County Law Enforcement Center. We'll have the latest updates on News 3 Now and Channel3000.com. Prosecutors have filed criminal charges against a 76-year-old man accused of causing a crash that killed a 6-year-old girl in Waushara County. 6-year-old Mariana Kranz was struck and killed while waiting for a school bus back in February. Her younger sister was also injured. Online court records show the driver, Carl Mullenix, will be charged with homicide by negligent operation of a vehicle and reckless driving. The mother of the Illinois teen charged in the fatal shooting of 2 protesters says neither her son nor the protesters should have been on the street that night. She's putting much of the blame for what happened on the police and also Governor Evers. Wendy Rittenhouse told the Chicago Tribune that if police had done a better job protecting businesses from looting, her son may not have felt it was his job to do so. Kyle Rittenhouse also is charged with injuring a 3rd man during those protests over the police shooting of Jacob Blake. Madison isn't known for being a particularly dangerous city, but the police chief knows homicides could very easily be much higher. Case in point comes from shell casings, and we're seeing a whole lot more of those sprayed around the city in 2020. Amanda Quintana has the details.
We're on pace to eclipse any of those prior years.
We were already at 884 shell casings recovered through October 31st. Several more shootings added nearly 100 to that count in the last week, with 75 shell casings found outside Schwegler's Lanes this weekend. There were fewer than 500 found all of last year.
I think that's one of my biggest fears, is that it will get to the point where people are sort of numb to it and just sort of accept it as, you know, this is what happens.
Shell casings come from shots fired calls. Those are up too, with more than 200 reported this year. That's up from about 150 shots fired calls in 2019 and 180 the year before. The people those bullets are hitting, that number also going up. You know, last year it was 25 or 26, and we're coming up on 50 here this year already again. So, you know, the metrics are all moving in the wrong direction, and it's, you know, pointing to a level of violence that I don't think any of us should accept. As for why, Chief Vic Wall says the pandemic is playing a role, especially affecting the court system.
There aren't any trials going on now, so there's a push to keep people out of the jail because of COVID, and then for people that have been arrested for some pretty significant things, they're out and about because the court processes are all on hold.
We saw a staggering increase this summer with 130 shell casings recovered in just one weekend in July.
Our monthly totals in June, July, and August all are the 3 highest monthly totals we've ever had.
All year, Chief Wall saying we're lucky more innocent lives haven't been taken.
Every one of those bullets is going to hit something.
Amanda Quintana, News 3 Now.
11 people have died by gunfire this year. That ties 2020 with 2017 for the most shooting deaths. Coming up next at 5, the Department of Public Instruction calls for a hefty increase in its budget. A look at what they want to use that money for and how feasible it is, according to lawmakers. And tonight on News 3 Now at 6, how the record high number of COVID-19 hospitalizations in Dane County is impacting our local hospitals. And mixed numbers on Wall Street in Tuesday trading as the Dow again surges, up 263 points, but the NASDAQ tumbles almost 160 and the S&P loses 5. We'll be right back.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
You know, updating your old bath and shower is fun and easy when you give us a call here at Mad City Baths. We have thousands and thousands of satisfied customers. We're your trusted local source for high-quality baths, showers, and walk-in tubs. Regain your bathing independence with a walk-in tub from Mad City Baths. And the best part about it, we can install a new bath or shower in as little as 1 day. And remember, Mad City Baths is Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler, and now during our Fall Super Savings event, get your new bath or shower system for only $49.95. You heard right. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest until 2022, and a bonus free upgrades with your bath or shower purchase, and a $50 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466, Mad City Baths.
Oh, baby, I have sinned. Baby, this is my last confession. You know I've never been no good. But when I'm with you, it feels like heaven. I'm begging for mercy, baby.
So, what do you think?
I love it.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. You know your gutters are filling up fast and you're going to have to clean them eventually. Why not give up that chore forever with a new LeafGuard gutter system, guaranteed to never clog and the only gutter system with a Good Housekeeping seal. You can leave that ladder in your garage forever. And now is the perfect time. It's our biggest deal of the year. Free installation labor, no interest for 12 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your LeafGuard purchase. Call now to set up a free estimate.
Rest comfortably with brands you can trust at Wanakee Furniture ETC. Create a unique and stylish room with made-in-the-USA products from companies like Smith Brothers of Bern. Select from a wide variety of sofas at a great price.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Another Tuesday with long lines at Alliant Energy Center's community testing site, and the governor prepares to address the state as Wisconsin continues to be a coronavirus hotspot. We'll carry the speech in its entirety at 6.
Accurate news as it happens, right here where you live. Information that you can use from the team you can trust. For more local stories that impact your life, News 3 Now. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
The Supreme Court heard arguments today on a case challenging the constitutionality of the Affordable Care Act. The High Court seems likely to leave the bulk of it in place, including key protections for pre-existing conditions and subsidized insurance premiums that affect tens of millions of Americans. Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Brett Kavanaugh among the conservative justices who appear unwilling to strike down the entire law, even if they did find the individual insurance mandate unconstitutional.
We ask ourselves whether Congress would want the rest of the law to survive if an unconstitutional provision were severed. And here Congress left the rest of the law intact. That seems to be compelling evidence on the question.
The decision is expected by late spring. Governor Evers says he's glad he could deliver his campaign promise to remove Wisconsin from the lawsuit aiming to dismantle the Affordable Care Act. He says we need to protect health care coverage for people with pre-existing conditions and for people who have survived COVID-19 and are suffering long-term health consequences.
This shouldn't be a novel concept. In the middle of a global pandemic, what we need is more access to quality, affordable health care, not less. Health care shouldn't be limited to the healthy and wealthy.
The governor says with the economic impacts of the pandemic, including income cuts and furloughs and lost jobs, repealing the Affordable Care Act would force people to figure out health care coverage on their own. The department in charge of education wants to see Wisconsin invest more than $1 billion, more dollars in schools the next couple of years. Amy Reed shows us why at least one Republican leader thinks it's a request that would be awfully tough to meet.
Budget is based, it's really, we call it an equity budget. It's based on the needs of kids, getting them what they need when they need it.
It's why the Department of Public Instruction wants $1.6 billion more over the next 2 years. That money would go to the usual suspects from previous years, but it would put more money towards special education, equity, and mental health aid.
We think it's a realistic budget. We think it's a budget that prioritizes what the citizens of Wisconsin want for educating their kids. It makes investments in kids, and what better investment can we make than in children?
The budget request will go through analysis at the state capitol as lawmakers figure out what the state can afford. Representative John Nygren, the co-chair of the last Joint Committee on Finance, said this year it's not going to be a lot.
In the reality, we're going to be facing a budget that we're going to be very lucky to be actually fairly close to what we funded last budget. So my concern is is a wish list that is very unrealistic considering the financial times we find ourselves in.
He said schools are a priority, but at a time with higher unemployment and business closures, he doesn't want to raise taxes. Another question the committee will face is how much to give schools for each student when enrollment is down from the pandemic. Though it's based on a rolling average, thousands of kids leaving public school could have an impact. Nygren said districts need to deal with that as a consequence of their decisions.
So if they're making those decisions, I think they need to be accountable for those decisions, not only with the public, but with also the resources.
Amy Reed reporting. Now, Nygren said if enrollment goes back up after the budget is approved and the resources are there, the legislature could look at giving districts more money to make up for that drop. All right, a very busy day in the weather department. Let's go to Gary with the latest. What's happening out there?
Well, the good news is the severe weather threat is pretty much over with for our viewing area. The line of thunderstorms now east of Milwaukee out over Lake Michigan, and things have actually settled down pretty much from Madison westward. You see how quickly this line of thunderstorms swept from northern Illinois into southeastern Wisconsin to the north and west in the Madison area. Temperatures were cooler, and that just kept us with some showers and thunderstorms. Now, there were some severe weather reports, especially across Rock and Walworth County. Widespread tree damage reported down in Rock County by about 4:06 when that line of storms swept through the area between Beloit and Janesville. But you can see now that line of storms out over Lake Michigan to the west, things are really settling down. Farther to the north and west, it's snowing across much of Minnesota into northwestern Wisconsin. And there has been some freezing rain on the southern edge of that really has caused some problems. Tornado watch now canceled for the Madison area. Still continues for the Milwaukee and Chicago areas, but that'll probably be canceled early as the storms move out into Lake Michigan. Wind advisories in effect for tonight until 4 a.m. for Dane County and Columbia County and areas to the east, including Green Bay and Milwaukee, for some wind gusts that could be in the 40 to 50 mile per hour range. In fact, right now we're seeing those strong winds starting to rotate into southern and southeastern Wisconsin. These are current wind gusts in the 30 to almost 50 mile per hour range. And to the north and west, again, winter storm warnings still in effect for parts of Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. Winter weather advisories around that, and still an ice storm warning for parts of south central Minnesota. So the storm has severe weather on the one side, winter weather on the other side. Very typical for a November type snowstorm. Three things you need to know. Again, windy conditions tonight. Could see some wind gusts in excess of 40 miles per hour, especially east and south of Madison. But dry weather returns beginning late tonight and pretty much from Wednesday through Friday, just the exception of maybe a snow flurry Thursday night. And temperatures will be more seasonal. They'll be back into the middle 40s for tomorrow. Probably lower 50s for Friday, and then lower 40s as we head into Friday. Look at the difference in temperatures right now. Chicago 73, Milwaukee's dropped to 60 with the line of storms coming through. Madison 53, and then to the north and west temperatures 30s and 20s back into Minnesota and northwestern Wisconsin. Compared to 24 hours ago, look at the difference between about a 15 and almost 30 degree temperature drop in our part of the country. So our forecast calls for a high temperature of 45 for tomorrow. Skies will be mostly sunny. The winds will be down. A pretty nice day by November standards after today. On future track, you can see as those storms head off to the east, skies will remain cloudy through about midnight, and then after that, Look for the clouds to start breaking up overnight with low temperatures around 30. Tomorrow we're back to sunny skies, high temperatures in the middle 40s. As we look at the 7 to 10 day forecast, again, temperatures within a few degrees of average beginning tomorrow and lasting pretty much through next week. Look for some rain chances on Saturday, a slight chance of a shower on Sunday, and then the rest of next week right now, at this point, looking to be dry. As we take a look at first warn traffic right now, not seeing any too big of a problem on the Beltline. There were some slowdowns in the Middleton area earlier. Those have looked like they've started to clear up. No problems on the interstate system east of Madison. Right now, about a 16-minute commute either direction on the Beltline between University Avenue and I-3990. Heading out of Madison down towards Janesville on I-3990 from the Beltline southward, it's a 26-minute commute. From Middleton to Sauk City on US 12, it'll take you 16 minutes. And from downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151, it's a 19-minute trip. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. And still ahead at 5, Madison leaders are considering a new method to improve police responses to mental health crises. We'll share what that could look like. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You know, because now it's more important than ever. Mad City Baths proudly offers high-quality bath and shower designs infused with MICROBAN antimicrobial protection. Now, it prevents the growth of odor-causing bacteria, mold, and mildew in your bath or shower. In fact, we love hearing from our customers tell us why they liked their new shower.
We wanted low maintenance. We wanted the accessibility of just being able to walk into a shower and not walk over the tub side.
Call now during our fall Super Savings event. Get your new bath or shower system for only $49.95. Ask about zero down, zero payments, and zero interest until 2022, and receive a bonus free upgrades with your bath or shower purchase and a $50 Walmart or Amazon gift card with your estimate. Call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466, Mad City Baths.
At Papa Murphy's, we need seriously, chop seriously, and shred seriously. Because we're serious about Tuesdays, even if you're not. Every Tuesday, get a large pizza for just $10. Papa Murphy's. Change the way you pizza.
That's not bacon. It's sausage.
Whoa.
Behold, Johnsonville sausage strips. Sausage that looks and cooks like bacon. It's a meaty miracle. Find them in the bacon section, even though they're sausage.
Time to start it up, America. You've got a lot of joy to make. And we're kicking off the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event because you've got turkeys to fry and thanks to give. It's our thing. So we're giving you incredible deals on the Built Ford Top F-150 and Ford Ranger. That'll make a lot of joy this season. Ford, built for the holidays. Now lease the Built Ford Tough F-150 STX for just $299 a month during the Ford Built for the Holidays sales event at your Wisconsin dealer.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. What does free mean? No cost, right? We've all seen ads about free things included with your purchase. Free carpet pad or installation with your carpet, free love seat with your sofa, 2 window blinds for the price of 1. But we know better, right? At McGann's, free means free. Free delivery and setup with purchases of $500 or more within 50 miles of Baraboo. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Get the most out of your laundry day at Menards. Morton water softeners are the best and most efficient way to eliminate hard water throughout your house. Your skin will feel softer and your clothes will come out cleaner. All Morton water softeners are 11% off. Paired with the fresh scent of Gain, Tide, and Era detergents, stains have no chance. Right now, all laundry detergents are 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Calling 911 typically dispatches a police squad car, a fire truck, or an ambulance. Madison leaders are pondering a different response that could cut down on the types of calls police respond to and bring a better resolution in many of those cases. Jamie Perez has an update on what the city is trying to do.
Well, Mayor Satya Rhodes-Conway announced in a press conference last week that she sent a letter to Congress asking them to support a federal Cahoots Act. Now, here's what that is.
Cahoots Act is named after the Cahoots program in Eugene, Oregon, which mobilizes two-person teams consisting of a paramedic or an EMT and a crisis worker. And they have substantial training and experience in trauma-informed de-escalation and harm reduction techniques. And they respond to a range of behavioral health crises.
Now, she says this would result in better outcomes for callers. It would lift these types of calls from the Madison Police Department, and it would save taxpayers a lot of money in the long run. Madison Interim Police Chief Vic Wall says he generally supports the idea, but says other municipalities that have similar teams/programs all have worked very closely with police, and there are a number of statutory provisions that require police involvement with certain mental health crises. Now, MPD currently partners with Journey Mental Health to form its own mental health unit. Manager Teresa Bednarek with Journey feels that Cahoots program would be good to have, but not in place of police.
There are some situations that are called for police involvement, others that aren't.
She said some situations where there's clear safety threats or weapons involved need the police there because most mental health crisis workers are not trained to handle that. But this is why Bednarek says Cahoots would be a good complement to what we already have here in Madison, but that it should not replace the response that's already been in place for decades.
There's a role for all of the models to best serve the needs and to really sort out, oh, in this instance, we don't want police. We really just want a peer or a mental health specialist on their own.
For News 3 Now, I'm Jamie Perez.
The mayor still needs federal support for this. Congressman Mark Pocan has signed on as a sponsor to this already. He's hoping our state senators will sign on as sponsors as well. Mayor Rhodes-Conway also announcing today that the temporary men's homeless shelter is moving from Warner Park's Community Recreation Center to the City Fleet Services building that's located on 1st Street at East Wash. And the mayor says it has nearly 40,000 square feet of space, which is twice what's available at Warner Park, and will be able to accommodate 250 men as the colder weather sets in. Stay with us for a final check of your first warn forecast in just a moment.
Experience handcrafted and hand-finished furniture by genuine Amish craftsmen at Wanakee Furniture ETC, featuring hardwood made in the USA home furnishings by Simply Amish and other great brands you can trust.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Remember, Mad City Baths offers a double lifetime warranty on all of our bath and shower designs, including walk-in and barrier-free showers. Even walk-in tubs. Regain your bathing independence with a walk-in tub. Plus, surfaces remain clean and fresh longer with MICROBAN protection. Remember, you can get that new bath or shower installed in as little as 1 day. And now would be a great time to call to take advantage of our Fall Super Savings event. Get your new bath or shower system for only $49.95. That's right, $49.95. Ask about zero down, zero payments, and zero interest until 2022. And a bonus, receive free upgrades with your bath or shower purchase. Last chance in this program to call to get the $50 Walmart or Amazon gift card with estimate. Call 608-729-4466. That's 608-729-4466. Mad City Baths.
Get more home for the holidays now with the Brothers Maine Black Friday is Today sale. Shop online or safely in store to get up to 38% off and up to $2,000 back on qualifying GE Cafe and GE Profile appliances. Check out our Hot Point top load washer and dryer. Buy the pair and pay only $4.49 each. This is your Black Friday store for more, including free delivery. The Black Friday is Today sale. Hurry in today for more selection, more savings, and more home for the holidays from the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
Hi, Andrew Larson here with Larson Home Services. The year is drawing to a close, but there's still time to avoid that nasty, dangerous autumn chore, cleaning out your gutters. A new Leaf Guard gutter system will be the last gutters you'll ever need. They're guaranteed to never clog, or my team will come and clean them for free. You'll love how they look and how they perform.
They're the best. I don't have to worry about the gutters getting clogged up with the seeds, the branches, the dirt, the roof sheddings. And It's just one less worry for me.
That's great to hear. And right now, your LeafGuard gutter system comes with the best offer of the year. Free installation labor. Plus no interest for 12 months, and call now and get a $100 Visa gift card with your new LeafGuard gutter system. Don't wait. Take advantage of our best offer of the year. Call now for your free estimate.
Let the design team at Wanakee Furniture ETC help you find your inspiration and transform your room. Every style, every budget, our creativity, passion, and expertise will help you design your dream space.
Bring quality home at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
The McKenzie Family Boys and Girls Club in Sun Prairie has a brand new playground sponsored by Madison Community Foundation and the Bank of Sun Prairie. Club members wrote thank you letters to them.
I can't tell you, after reading through probably about 15 or so letters, the swings are a big hit, okay? A lot of the kids were, oh, thank you for the swings, thank you for the swings. One person even said, thank you for the blacktop so they could actually play soccer and basketball.
Now, since the Sun Prairie Club reopened October 19th, they are now at capacity for after-school programming. Parents with children ages 5 through 13 can sign up to be on the waiting list. They expect to open the preschool in the coming weeks. A nice day maybe tomorrow. A little cooler on the playground after this front goes through.
Yeah, mid-40s for the most part, but there'll be a lot of sunshine for tomorrow. The storms are pretty much out over Lake Michigan now. Even the rain showers are coming to an end, and you can see those temperatures dropping off in the wake of the front. Now lower 60s in southeastern Wisconsin, but 50s here, 40s just to the northwest of Madison, and 30s by the time you get to La Crosse. Wind advisory in effect until 4 a.m. tomorrow morning for Dane and Columbia counties, as well as areas to the east. Right now we're seeing some wind gusts in the 30 to 40 mile per hour range down toward the Illinois state line. Those will continue moving into much of southern and eastern Wisconsin. By tomorrow morning we'll be down to around 30 degrees. The skies clear out. Look for sunny skies tomorrow, high at 45. Then temperatures more seasonal for the rest of the period. Some showers Saturday. Most of the time it'll be dry for the next 10 days.
All right, so we're back in 30 minutes for News for Now at 6. The governor is set to address the state at 6:05. The CBS Evening News is next.